So you want to understand the war that's coming to Hawkins? Well, to do that, we've got to go all the way back to the very beginning. Think Dungeons and Dragons, think walkie-talkies, and a shadow that was just about to fall over this small, completely unsuspecting town.
Okay, so this is where it all begins. Hawkins, Indiana, 1983. And look, on the surface, it is the picture-perfect American suburb. But, there's a but. Beneath that calm surface, something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. Because after a long night of D&D with his best friends, a kid named Will Byers, he just vanishes on his bike ride home. And just like that, normal is completely over.
So, Season 1. And listen, it's not just some simple monster mystery. No, it's really a story about the unbreakable bonds of friendship, right? And about a mother's absolutely fierce, desperate love. It's really about what happens when ordinary people have to confront the impossible, all because someone they love is on the line. Now, here's the thing. Will's disappearance, it's not an isolated event. Not by a long shot. At the exact same time, a terrified girl in a hospital gown with the number 11 tattooed on her arm escapes from the super-secretive Hawkins National Lab. She has a name, 11. Oh, and she has powers. Turns out that lab wasn't just doing, research. They literally tore a hole into another reality. And you guessed it. Through that hole, something followed.
And that something comes from a place they'll eventually call the Upside Down. And what is that? Well, it's the source of all the horror. Imagine our world, but a dark, twisted reflection of it. It's cold, it's toxic, it's overgrown with these strange living vines. It's an echo. And it's exactly where Will Byers is trapped, hiding from the monster that dragged him there.
So while the entire town thinks Joyce Byers is just losing her mind, she knows her son is trying to reach her. Her belief is just unwavering. I mean, she rigs her entire house with Christmas lights, basically creating this wild Ouija board to talk across dimensions. And the crazy part? Against all logic, it actually works. Will is alive, and his message is simple. Run.
This all leads to a truly desperate final battle. You've got Joyce and Police Chief Jim Hopper going into the Upside Down to get Will, while 11 and the boys face the Demogorgon head-on at their school. And in this final, incredible, heroic act, 11 unleashes everything she has. She just disintegrates the monster, but she vanishes right along with it. She saves the friends who finally showed her what a family could be, but she's gone.
So Will Byers is back home. The gate seems to be closed. Everyone can breathe a sigh of relief, right? Well, not exactly. That last-minute scene tells us everything is not okay. Will coughs up this nasty slug-like thing from the Upside Down and gets a terrifying flash of that other world. So no, the nightmare isn't over. It's just been waiting.
Okay, let's jump into Season 2. The story really builds on everything we just saw. And this season, it's all about trauma. Every character is dealing with the aftermath of what they went through. And the threat they're about to face? It's not some lone hunter anymore. Oh, no. It's something much, much bigger. It turns out Will was never really free. He's basically become a spy for this new, colossal monster from the Upside Down, a creature of the boys, in true D&D fashion, named the Mind Flayer. This shadow monster has a psychic link to Will. It's using his eyes and ears to see into our world, and it's slowly, terrifyingly possessing him. So you're probably asking, what about 11? Well, she survived, and she's been hidden away this whole time by Hopper. Their dynamic has completely changed. He's not just the police chief anymore. He's this fiercely protective, okay, maybe a little overbearing, adoptive father. And she's not just a lab subject anymore. She's Jane Hopper, a daughter, just trying to figure out her place in the world. And this is a really great way to see how the threat has been escalating. Think about it. The Demogorgon, back in '83, it was basically a predator, right? Like a single shark in the water. Terrifying, for sure, but just one. The Mind Flayer in '84 is a whole different ballgame. It's a hive mind. It's like a virus that controls an entire army of these demodogs, and its only goal is to spread. This shift from a physical threat to this psychic invading intelligence, that becomes the heart of the whole story.
So after this whole journey of self-discovery where she even finds another test subject, number 8, 11 realizes her true home is back in Hawkins with her friends. And man, does she return at the perfect time. While Joyce and the gang are literally baking the Mind Flayer out of Will's body, 11 channels all of her pain, all of her power, to finally slam shut that massive gate under Hawkins' lab. The Mind Flayer is cut off, but it's still there, and it's watching. Okay, let's fast forward a bit to the summer of '85. And wow, season 3 completely flips the tone. It's bright, it's colorful, it's full of teenage romance happening at the new Starcourt mall. It really mirrors the kids, you know? They're growing up, dealing with all that messy adolescent stuff. But you know the drill. Underneath all those neon lights, something really sinister is brewing. And this time, it's a mix of Cold War paranoia and some seriously grotesque body horror.
So what's going on this summer is that 2 huge threats are actually converging. First up, you've got a secret team of Soviet scientists who've built a gigantic machine right under the mall, trying to rip open the gate to the Upside Down again. And wouldn't you know it, at the same time, a piece of the Mind Flayer that got left behind when 11 closed the gate, well, it gets reactivated by that exact machine. Talk about bad timing. And the Mind Flayer's plan for a new army? It's just horrifying. It starts by possessing Max's abusive brother Billy, and then uses him to recruit more people. But this time it's not just mind control, no. It melts them down, absorbing their bodies into this single, disgusting, fleshy monster. It's a physical avatar made of pure hatred, and it has one goal: kill 11. The finale at the Starcourt Mall is basically an all-out war on 2 fronts. You've got Joyce and Hopper downstairs, fighting to shut down that Soviet machine, and upstairs the kids are battling that thing, that flesh monster. And the turning point, the real game changer, comes from the most unlikely hero. 11 manages to break through to the real Billy, reminding him of his past, of his mom. And in that single moment of clarity, he defies the Mind Flayer and sacrifices his own life to save her. Just incredible. So, they win, kinda. Joyce turns the keys, the machine explodes, the gate slams shut, and the Mind Flayer's avatar just collapses. But Hopper, he's caught in the blast, and he's just gone. After all that, the Byers family, with a grieving and now powerless 11, they finally leave Hawkins. It feels like an ending, sure, but it's a completely heartbreaking one. It's a victory that costs them almost everything. Okay, on to season 4. And this is where everything changes. The tone shifts hard. We're leaving the 80s adventure behind and diving into full-blown psychological horror. The group is scattered all over the country, 11 has no powers, and there's a new evil out of the Upside Down. And this one doesn't just kill its victims, it tortures them first. So, meet Vecna. And you need to understand, he is nothing like what they've faced before. The Demogorgon was an animal. The Mind Flayer was a hive mind. Vecna, he's a sentient general. A psychic serial killer. He hunts teenagers who are dealing with heavy trauma, stalks them inside their own minds, forces them to see their worst fears, and then gruesomely breaks their bodies and steals their souls. And this season's scope is just massive. The team is literally split across the globe, fighting a war on 3 fronts. You've got the crew in Hawkins, Dustin, Max, Nancy, all of them, hunting Vecna. Then, way out in California, Mike, Will, and Jonathan are desperately trying to find 11, who's been taken to a secret project to get her powers back. And oh yeah, turns out Hopper is alive in Russia, and Joyce and Murray are on a completely insane mission to break him out of a gulag. It's a lot. This season also gives us Eddie Munson, the metalhead leader of the Hellfire Club who gets wrongly blamed for Vecna's first murder. He's a total outcast, but he finds a real family with our group. And in the end, he makes the ultimate sacrifice. He faces down an entire swarm of Demobots in the Upside Down just to buy his new friends a little more time. He dies a hero in a town that absolutely hated him. And their plan to stop Vecna is their most ambitious one yet. It is literally a multi-phase attack ripped straight out of a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Step 1, Max, who you'll remember was targeted by Vecna but saved by the power of Kate Bush, bravely offers herself up as bait. Step 2, Eddie and Dustin create a distraction. The most metal concert ever, actually. And step 3, the assault team goes into the Upside Down to kill Vecna's physical body while he's busy in Max's mind. It's a precise plan. The stakes are absolutely as high as they can get. But, you know, sometimes even the best plans just aren't enough. Not when you're fighting a monster who's been waiting for this exact moment his entire life.
And the plan, it almost works. Nancy's team lights Vecna on fire, 11 jumps into the psychic fight, but it's not enough. Vecna gets his 4th kill. Max's heart stops for over a minute, and just like that, 4 gates, one for each victim, tear across Hawkins and merge into one giant fiery chasm. 11 manages to restart Max's heart with her powers, but Max is left broken, blind, and in a coma. So the season doesn't end with a victory. It ends with a terrifying new reality. The Upside Down isn't a shadow world anymore. It's actively bleeding into ours. You've got these ash-like particles falling from the sky, and Will, he can feel them. Vecna is still alive, he's hurt, but he's getting ready. The war for Hawkins, and for the entire world, has really only just begun.